Namaste, and welcome to Tridevi Chamundama here in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit, and I'm so very glad that you could join us this evening for part 5 of our series of modern Cha practice for the West. And I've got a special treat for you today because we're going to actually be doing not a westernized variation of the practice, but we're going to be doing an actual authentic Cha practice. And in that, we're going to be honoring this form of the Divine Mother. This is Ma Troma Nagmo, also known as Kali Troma Nagmo, or Kroda Kali, meaning the fierce or wrathful Kali. And I'm showing you this traditional Tanka image because this is going to be part of our visualization, is seeing this blue or black-skinned form of the Divine Mother surrounded by 4 directional dakinis. So the white dakini in the east that we see in the lower corner, the green one in the south, the red in the west, and the yellow. Or actually, let me reverse that. Yeah, actually, in this case, it's the yellow in the north. Sometimes it's white in the south, yellow in the white in the east, yellow in the south, red in the west, and green in the north. So there are some variations to this. Anyway, before we get started, I'd like to start with some announcements. So this coming Tuesday, 7 o'clock, we're going to be doing a yantra meditation, specifically a meditation on the Sri yantra, same yantra we constructed Tuesday of this week. And then 7 o'clock on Friday, we'll be doing a fire puja and satsang to the goddess Sodashi, basically Kali in the form of an adolescent. So both of those, 7 o'clock. You're welcome to join us on YouTube, or you can come in person and join us at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. So as with other Cha practices that we've done in this series, I'd like to start out with some legal stuff. So this presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any disease or disorder. The advice and methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have serious financial, medical, or psychological issues. And if a chest session does not feel right, do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. And by watching or participating in this presentation, you understand that the results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from these practices and meditations which are contained in this video. So anyway, again, welcome to the 5th monthly installment of Modern Cha Practice for the West. Cha is a traditional meditation practice within Tibetan Buddhism. Cha means to cut or to sever the ego. This practice allows one to release one's self from the negative effects of ego attachments. And this can be on the personal level as well as the collective level. Culturally, we're conditioned to fear, fight, and or repress the shadow side of our psyche. In this guided meditation practice, the participant transforms the shadow by symbolically feeding it his or her body on a symbolic level. So tonight I'll be sharing a traditional Cha meditation. This is based on the swift completion of the 2 accumulations by Orgyen Nuden Dorje. In preparing this meditation for tonight, I have simplified and or defined much of the traditional terminology in order to make the practice easier to follow for non-Buddhists. So in this practice, as with others already shared, Inner issues such as insecurities, fears, anxieties, unhealthy patterns, addictions, indecisiveness, and depression are personified as inner demons. And we can also use this practice, as we did last month, to understand and work with any psychological issues behind a physical condition or symptom. The goal is to transform and redirect these energies, not by trying to repress, fight, or destroy them, but by honoring them, by giving them what they most desire. Chod practice dates back to Tibet in the 11th century and was developed by the female guru Machig Lobdron. And in the centuries following, Machig has actually been deified and is visualized in the form of a white dakini. And I'm showing you this picture because this is also going to be one of the visualizations that we'll be doing in this practice. So this practice has been adapted through the centuries by many others. And the last several months I've been practicing this and have found it very effective. And most recently, I've been learning traditional Chod practices dedicated to the goddess Vajrayogini, the personification of female Buddhahood, and her most wrathful aspect, who again we're going to be honoring tonight, Ma Troma Nagmo, who's really the most wrathful form of Vajrayogini. You can think of her as being the wrathful of the wrathful, is the way I like to look at it. So the forms of modern Chod practice that we've done so far in this series have involved working with personal demons which personify aspects of our own shadow side. In traditional Chod, like we'll be doing tonight, we're going to be performing the practice not just for ourselves, but for the liberation of all sentient beings. So animals, humans, ghosts, the souls of the dead, spirits and demons of all forms, and even divine beings of all forms, including the deities themselves, because even the gods have attachments that they need to work beyond. So tonight's traditional Chod will once again be presented as a guided meditation, during which participants are invited to visualize their bodies, only they're going to be consumed in 3 different feasts. So a white feast of nectar, like we did for the first practice in this series, a red feast of flesh and blood, which the most recent installments of this series have involved. And then we're going to add a black nectar feast, and this is specifically directed toward spirits, deities, entities to whom we owe karmic debts to, not just from our current life, but previous lives as well. So in addition to visualizing Machig Lobdron as a white dakini, we're going to be visualizing the goddess of wisdom, Ma Prajna Paramita. She's also known as the goddess of the causal realm. We're also going to be visualizing the golden Buddha, Ma Vajrayogini herself, and the form of the Divine Mother who'll be doing the actual dismemberment is Ma Vajravarahi, which is a more fierce aspect of Vajrayogini. So some of these we're going to be visualizing, but then this is a wonderful thing about these Tibetan-based tantric practices, is we're not just worshiping the deity, but we're becoming the deity. And so there will be parts of this meditation where we will be Troma Nagmo, and we will be Ma Vajravarahi, as we see in this picture. And if we take a look at our altar, I have two Troma Nagmo images, this small one in front of our main altar here. And then on our high altar, where I have the three forms of Kali, the Maha Kali image in the center is actually a Troma Nagmo image as well. I acquired her in 2006 when I visited Dharamshala in the lower Himalayas of India. So in Chod practice, it's important to note once again that we are not offering our literal bodies, but instead the idea of our body. And this can include the idea of everything else that we value and identify with. So our talents, the roles we play, our livelihoods, our possessions, our wealth, etc. After the three feasts, we will then offer compassion to all sentient beings in the universe so that they may be relieved of their sufferings and achieve enlightenment. Traditional Cha involves a guided visualization chant, which is spoken or sung either in Tibetan or English. We'll be doing this in English, and accompanied by the playing of a bell, a drum, and a thigh bone trumpet or kangling. We'll be using drumming tonight. I've been doing some experimentation, and the bell tends to drown out my voice. Also, to punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we'll be using the mantra Pe. This is the mantra that's spelled P-H-A-T, sometimes pronounced Fet, means crack or boom, but in the Tibetan form, it's pronounced Pe. And we will use this mantra to release our intentions into being. There'll be three other mantras that we'll be using as well to cause transformations in our visualization and intentions and in establishing the state of compassion. So another thing that we'll be visualizing symbolically are two instruments. One is a kartika. This is a blade that is used in sky burial to cut the body apart. And so this is the instrument that you, in the form of Vajra Varahi, will be using to dismember your symbolic body. And also, everything will be served in a kapala, an offering bowl made from a human skull cap. And actually, this is another individual we'll be visualizing in our meditation. This is Mahakala, and he's the wrathful form of Lord Shiva. So I'll put these back on the altar, and we'll begin our meditation. So at this point, I invite you to sit comfortably. Find a position where your breath can be open, where your back is straight, or if it would be easier for you, you can always lie on your back in Shavasana as well. But take a moment. Make any adjustments that you might need so that you can remain still for the next several minutes. Make yourself comfortable in such a way that it's certainly okay if you will need to move in the course of this meditation, but try to make yourself as comfortable as possible so you won't need to. So I invite you now to close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Follow my voice and the sound of the trumpet and the drum. And let my words guide you in this meditational experience. Namo, Prajna Paramitye. We bow to the goddess of wisdom. We bow to the great mother of wisdom, queen of the knowledge and love of the victorious ones and their children. To Macheg Lobdron, the first guru of Chod practice, the emanation to tame those to be tamed. We bow to the assembly of the three gurus, the yidams, those are the meditational deities, and to the Dharma protectors. We prostrate to the assembly of the object of Cha. Please grant us your permission. Here is a concise practice of offering the body to benefit oneself and others, whatever is needed. If there are those who are ill at this time, they should lie down in front and remove their protections, their amulets, cords, and so forth. Now the taking of refuge and bodhicitta. This is our statement of intention to cultivate compassion. We go for refuge from our hearts to the great mother who is the embodiment of the three jewels of refuge, siddhas, the saints, and the assembly of Cho lineage deities, so that all wandering sentient beings possess happiness, find relief in having been freed from suffering, and are liberated from the ocean of samsara, the continuous cycle of rebirths. Having aroused the supreme bodhicitta, the enlightened mind, of aspiration and action, we will persevere in the yoga of giving the immaculate body. May we arrive in the great blissful ground of happiness. Pay. 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 From the self-radiance of the emptiness of the outer and inner universe and its inhabitants, in the space before us on a lion throne, lotus, and moon, is Macheg Lobdron, the white Dakini, the mother of Cho, and the embodiment of all sources of refuge. Her naked body is rosy white, wearing ornaments of bone. Her right hand plays a golden damaru drum in the sky. Her left hand supports a bell of bright silver on her hip. She is adorned with a crown of dry skulls, silks, and jewels. She stands dancing with her right leg drawn in and her left leg extended. At the crown of her head on a lotus and moon is Lord Buddha, golden in color and resplendent with major and minor marks. Possessing the three Dharma robes in his right hand, he touches the earth, and his left hand is in the mudra of equanimity, resting on his lap, palm turned upwards. He sits with legs crossed. He blazes with rays of light, and the Buddhas of the three times surround him. At the crown of his head is the Great Mother, Dharmakaya, the causal body, also known as Prajna Paramita. She possesses the radiance of refined gold. She has one face and four arms, subtle body ornaments, and is seated with her legs crossed. With her two right hands, she holds a lightning vajra ornament, and the other touches the earth. With her two left hands, one holds the mudra of equanimity, and the other is holding a text. She is seen surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of all directions and times. At the level of Machig's right ear is the wise sage Lord Dampa Sangye. At the level of her left ear is the wise teacher and female Buddha Vajrayogini. They are surrounded by their respective assemblies of Dakas and Dakinis, divine male and female beings. Together with Yidams, the deities of meditation, Dakinis, and Dharma protectors, they appear clearly like immeasurable masses of clouds. Light from the three syllables at the crown, Om, the throat, Ah, the heart chakra, Hum, invites wisdom deities. The deities of wisdom and sacred vows become indivisibly one taste. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Ah, Hum. Please remain steadfast. Our body's wealth and roots of virtue we offer now as clouds of inexhaustible offerings. The mandala of our bodies, together with outer and inner secret offerings, we offer to the Chod lineage deities. Please grant your blessings so that spiritual abilities manifest. Pei, Pei, Pei. Upon the crown of our heads, on a sun and moon and lotus, the great wisdom mother Prajnaparamita, Lord Buddha, Matara, the great teachers of Tantric Dharma, Machig Lobdran, the first teacher of Chod, and her disciples, 108 lineage holders of the 16 transmissions, and the lineage of experiential transmission. We pray to you. We pray, please ripen and liberate our bodies, speech, and minds, and bestow the siddhi, the spiritual powers of meditation. Pei, Pei, Pei. The lineage gurus, together with their retinues, melt into light. And as the great mother, Lord Buddha, and Machig Lobdran, together with their retinues, they dissolve into us. The resulting is equanimity, free from extremes, the vast equality of primordial purity, free from elaborations. Emaho, the great wonderment. We focus now upon the causal body of awareness. So now the gathering of gods and demons who will participate in our feasts. Small and elemental spirits, do not be scared. Do not be frightened. Do not be frightened at all. From the peak of existence to the deepest hell of ceaseless torment, all sentient beings listen. All of you gather now here in this place. All of you gather quickly. Pei. In a single instant, we clearly appear as the primordial wisdom Dakini, Troma Nagmo, with fully complete implements and ornaments. Pei, Pei, Pei. with countless wrathful activity dakinis having emanated from our hearts. May all assemblies of gods, demons, local deities, earth lords, nature spirits, demons of abodes, karmic creditors, and classes of obstructors in appearance and existence be brought under power. Pay. 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 We now manifest as the Divine Mother. We are each the dark goddess Troma Nagmo. Our bodies are black indigo in color, and we have one face and two hands which hold a curved knife and blood-filled skull cup. We wear a dried skull crown, a top knot with the head of a roaring boar. Our hair, eyebrows, and facial hair are blazing orange. Our mouths are gaping, tongues curled, fangs fully bared. And we wear a moist skull necklace, a shirt of tiger skin, and a garment of elephant skin adorned with drops of blood and grease. We subjugate the three realms of birth, life, death. We have three eyes looking out in the 10 directions, and we stand amidst a blazing mass of fire surrounding us in a clockwise direction, are starting in the front. The white Buddha Dakini of the east, the yellow Ratna Dakini of the south, the red Padma Dakini of the west, the green Karma Dakini of the north. Each has 100,000 hosts in her retinue, white, yellow, red, green, and blue respectively, with ornaments like that of the principal mother, and each holding her own symbols and mudras. At the gross, subtle, and causal bodies, the entire assembly is marked by 3 lightning bolts. Uniting with the wisdom beings and receiving empowerment, immeasurable light radiates from the mantra Hum, located at their hearts. From Dharmahatu, the realm of great transcendent wisdom, wisdom beings are invited to dissolve indivisibly into us. Likewise, initiating deities grant us empowerment. Let all of our defilements be cleansed. The excess nectar overflows to become the crown ornaments of the 5 Buddha families. We now present the outer offerings of the self-generated deities. Om Mahaguru Deva Dakini Sapadavada Agyam Praticha Om Svaha. We offer water for sipping. Om Mahaguru Deva Dakini Sapadavada Padyam Praticha Om Svaha. We offer water for bathing. Om Mahaguru Deva Dakini Sapadavada Pushpe Praticha Om Svaha. We offer flowers. Om Mahaguru Devi Dakini Sapadavada Dupe Praticha Om Svaha. We offer incense and fragrant woods. Om Mahaguru Dakini Sapadavada Aloke Praticha Om Svaha. We offer light. Om Mahaguru Devadakini Sapadavada Gande Praticha Om Sva. We offer perfume. Om Guru Devadakini Sapadavada Navidye Praticha Om Sva. We offer food. Om Mahaguru Devadakini Sapadavada Shabda Praticha Om Sva. We offer music. Om Avajra Andase Om. We offer our physical form. Om Avajra Vine Om. We offer our sense of hearing and our voice. Om Avajra Gande Om. We offer our sense of smell. Om Avajra Rase Om. We offer our sense of taste. Om Avajra Sparse Om. We offer our sense of touch. Om Avajra Dharme Om. We offer our divine actions. Innumerable mind-emanated activity dakinis are emanated in the 10 directions. Gandharvas, the celestial choir, Yamaraja, the lord of the underworld, Chamunda, his consort, Naga, the snake spirits, Yaksha, the spirits of nature, Agni Deva, the lord of fire, Rakshasa, the harmful demons, Ishvani, the divine twins, spirits of obstruction, Brahma, the creator, Surya, the sun, Chandra, the moon, the planets, the stars, and the constellations, Nyen, the spirits, Bhumipatis, the awakened beings, Bhuttas, the elemental devas, deities, Maras, the destroyers, Mu, the spirits of negativity, Stien, the temple guardians, ghosts of all forms, demons of sickness, infant demons, demons of existence, lords of misfortune and epidemics, destroyers and killers of divination diagrams and astrology diagrams, years and time, local spirits, female demons, and elemental spirits, gather here this instant. So we may clear away previous debts by giving an offering of our flesh and blood to eat. Gather here this instant. Obey the activity, dakinis. Pay, 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 pay. And now the visualization of transference to cleanse the chakras and offer our bodies. This is also known as POA. Shushumna, the central nadi of our ordinary forms, possesses 4 characteristics. At the soles of our right and left feet are white and red energy centers of our fathers and mothers, respectively. With the mantra Pe, these energies will be successfully drawn up to the level of our hearts. Pe. Our life forces, merits, our wealth, pranas, minds, roots of virtue and strengths all unite as 5-colored light within our heart centers. It is the size of a large bird's egg. Through the mantra Pe, it will separate from our bodies and will rest upon our crowns. Pe. Our awareness merges inseparably with the white dakini machig's heart, smoothly resting within all pervasive expanse of Dharmakaya. Pe. Pay. Pay. And now the visualization of flesh and blood. Pay. From Machig's heart, our own self-awareness emanates now as the red Dakini Vajravadahi, holding a curved and hooked knife and skull cup. Before us, at our feet, lies our corpse, our lifeless body. In her form we kneel, and using a curved and hooked blade, we separate the skull cap from our corpse and set it upon a hearth of 3 skulls. We then use the same blade in our hands to cut our bodies into several pieces. Inside the skull cup, we then heap our flesh, blood, fat, and bones. Through the emanating and gathering back of the 3 syllables, Om, Ahum, and Ha, Ho, Ri, it will transform into an ocean of primordial wisdom nectar. Om, Ahum, Ha, Ho, Ri. Om, Ahum, Ha, Ho, Ri. Om, Ahum, Ha, Ho, Ri. Pay. Within the skull cup vessel of our bodies is now the 5 nectars. Those nectars then transform into a perfectly made white sphere for the white feast, the size of Mount Meru, the center of the universe. Pay. 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 3 precious jewels, Buddhas and their bodhisattva children of all directions and times, root and lineage gurus of divine patrons of all major and minor tantric sadhanas, assemblies of the peaceful and wrathful deities of the sutras and tantras, both open and secretive dakas, dakinis, together with powerful retinues to the assembly of guests who are the precious and worthy of reverence. We offer. We pray, please grant your blessing, empowerment, and siddhi, the spiritual powers. Pay. Glorious protector, black Vajra, 4-armed Mahakala, the wrathful Shiva and his consort, Ma Bhairavi, and his army of attendants, retinues, and servants. The 16 Samadhi deities who have oaths to protect the teachings of profound Chod, and those who have promised to properly guard the sugarcane-like teachings. To the protectors and the guests, with fine qualities we offer. Please dispel unfavorable conditions and perform the 4 enlightened activities. Pay. Gods, demons, humans, animals, hungry ghosts, and beings of the 18 hells, to to those of the 6 realms of existence of samsara, the cycle of incarnations which stem from suffering. We dedicate this offering of immaculate nectar. By this, may each of you be freed from your individual sufferings and swiftly arrive on the ground of great bliss within the pure realms of the 10 directions, endowed with true happiness. Pay. Gods, nagas, spirits of nature, spirits of illusion, assemblies of gods and demons of appearance and existence. To the local deities and earth lords, the guests of compassion we offer. May you be freed from evil thoughts, malevolence, and fighting. Possess divine wisdom and accomplish the enlightened activities of the Buddha's teachings. Pay. Guests to whom we owe karmic debts from all of our successive lives, spirits who curse others and dispatch harm, those with malicious intent, demons of abodes, demons of the body, and the 4 deceptions appearing through confusion. To guests who we owe debts, we offer. Pacify your intentions to harm, and may you possess an altruistic mind. I invite you now to meditate quietly while visualizing the assembled guests consuming the white feast of nectar. And now the activity of the red feast of flesh, blood, and bones. Pay. Upon a human skin, pervading the billion-fold universe, our flesh, blood, and bones, together with our outer flesh and internal organs, are massed like a mountain. It transforms into an offering that ravishes the minds of all of our guests. Pay. From the peak of existence to the depths of hell of ceaseless torment, all possible appearing and existing gods and demons of the 8 classes, elemental spirits, obstructors, ghosts, and demons that manifest magical displays, local spirits, spirits of nature, spirits of life, spirits of death, deceivers and tormentors, eaters of body and soul, ghosts who are hungry, spirits of pride, greed, and selfishness, spirits of desire which consume us, and assemblies of ghosts and demons gather here instantly. Whatever you each wish for, outer flesh, inner organs, skin, fat, and bones, we offer to the assemblies of all possible gods and demons of appearance and existence. Eat, drink, be merry, and rejoice. If we are attached to our bodily forms and aggregates, we are weak. Leave nothing behind, you beings of appearance and existence. Please take it, carry it off. Free us from this samsaric body of self-clinging. May we be freed from dualistic appearances, karma, afflictions, and death. Realize the intentions of the Great Mother of the supreme divine expanse. Be freed from death and destruction of harm and harm doers in the realm of spirit. Look at the true vast equanimity of primordially pure self-awareness. Pay, pay, pay. I invite you now to meditate silently while visualizing the red feast being consumed by the assembled guests. And now the visualization of the black feast for our karmic creditors. At our crowns, above our heads, the dark mother Troma Nagmo is in standing posture. From her body, a stream of nectar flows down, purifying all negative deeds and obscurations for ourselves and others. This cleansing liquid fills our skull cup simultaneously with leftover flesh, fat, bones, and blood. Through the three syllables Om Ahum, this will become a blackened nectar. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Assemblies of karmic creditors, classes of obstructors, spirits of sickness and doers of harm, to all the guests of compassion we offer. By this may our angry minds' malevolence and fighting be pacified. May you possess altruistic minds and be liberated in the stream of supreme awakening. And thus strive in offering the body to the various guests while focusing one pointedly on the visualization. I invite you now to meditate silently while visualizing the black feast being consumed by those assembled guests. And continue meditating quietly and listening to the 6-syllable mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 the jewel within the lotus. And now the offering of Dharma, our offerings of compassion to all sentient beings. Pe. All phenomena arose from a cause. That cause was taught by the Lord Buddha. To cease whatever they are, these words were taught by the great gurus. Do no negative deeds whatsoever. Perfectly practice virtue. Completely tame your own mind. This is the Buddha's teaching. If vows of body are good, the vows of speech are good. If the vows of mind are good, the vows are good in all ways. Devotees who keep of these will definitely be freed from all suffering. Nagmo. We bow to the Dharma. We bow by relying on the path of accumulation, path of joining, path of seeing, path of meditation, and path without obstacles. May we swiftly attain the state of the Great Mother. Pe. Prajnaparamita, the Great Mother of wisdom, is beyond words, thought, and expression. She is the unborn and unceasing essential nature of space. Individual self-awareness is the domain of primordial wisdom. May there be auspiciousness of the mother of all Buddhas of the three times. Pe. I invite you now to continue in meditation while listening to the Tadyata, the mantra of that as it is. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. Gone, gone beyond the beyond to enlightenment. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. 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 Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasum Gate 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 Bodhisvaha. And now the offering of merit, our closing prayers and benedictions. By merely tasting or smelling this offering of our flesh and blood, may sickness be helped, the dying be restored, and lives be extended into old age. May males attain the state of Avalokiteshvara, the Lord of compassion. May females attain the state of the Divine Mother Tara. May the sublime Dharma pervade this domain of physical death, like the sun rising in the sky throughout all directions and times. May the power of the vast offerings, may we awaken to self-arising Buddhahood for the sake of all wandering beings. May all beings who are not liberated by previous Buddhas be liberated through this offering. Pay. All guests depart to your individual abodes. Pay. Within the space of our consciousness, lives, merits, life forces, and breath assume now the form of a white bindu of light, which is now descending through our central channel and dissolving into our hearts. Great Mother of Dharmakaya, the realm of spirits, Lord Buddha and all associated gurus, including Macha Glubdrun, the body emanation of the white dakini of great bliss, the speech emanation of the red dakini of roaring sound, the mind emanation of Troma Nagmo, the qualities emanation, yellow dakini of accomplishment, the activities emanation, multicolored dakini of perfection, and all gurus of the lineage of father tantras of method, mother tantras of wisdom, and child tantras of practice, grant us now your blessings. May compassion and power arise. The causes are negative karma, non-virtue, and obscurations. The conditions are demons, obstructors, and elemental spirits. The fruitions are sickness and suffering. By relying on this profound method, grant blessings so that all of us are pacified immediately. Grant blessings so that causes of the three poisons of desire, hatred, and ignorance are pacified in their own place. Grant blessings so that the three sicknesses of the doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha, are pacified in their own place. Grant blessings so that the three demons of male demons, female demons, and naga demons are pacified in their own place. Grant blessings so that we may abandon our aggregates to be devoured. Grant blessings so that we may take this abandonment as the path. Grant blessings so that we may sever the single root. Grant blessings so that we may follow this instruction of offering our bodies, flesh, and blood. Grant blessings so that we may have the power to accomplish the aims of beings. Free from the concepts of substantial gods and demons, grant blessings so that we may attain the supreme and common siddhis. Grant blessings so that we may attain the state of immortal Vidyahara, a wisdom holder. Grant blessings so that we may attain life free from sickness on all levels. Pay. 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 うん。 Mm. 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 うん invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath. Allow yourself to once again become aware of your surroundings while letting go of the meditation. Become aware of the sounds of my voice and the sounds that surround you in your personal space. Become aware of your body seated or lying where it is. I invite you to begin to slowly move your fingers and toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and legs. And then to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Giving gratitude to the lineage of Chod, giving gratitude to Troma Nagmo, the Dark Mother in all of her forms. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. And then very slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze. And namaste. Blessings always. Jai Ma. And thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed our practice tonight and the many experiences which come with it. As always, whenever you have questions or comments, please feel free to email me at aumcdevi, AUMCDEVI @gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Look forward to answering your questions. And next month's Cha will be like the last 2 or 3 that we've done, where we've got a white feast and we will do a red feast and a black feast, only working with our individual demons. So something for you to look forward to, as well as our Sri Yantra meditation on Tuesday and our fire puja, Tama Sodashi, next Friday. Till then, a wonderful week ahead. Jai Ma, and good night.